I said, okay, let me meet her. She sings. That's about it. Disney doesn't care if you sing. They could care less. It's all about if you can be funny. So I'm having these conversations with parents going, she's not ready. And the mother goes, oh, yes, she is. And I go, she's not ready. Girl, she is ready. Bye. They're not. Just because you sing, and she says, 20 people were in the living room and everybody was applauding. 20 people in your living room is very different than 20 million people in yours. So I started this Dreayer. My last name's Dreayer. My mother was the original Dre, so everybody calls me Dre. And I had some producers come to me and say that you could build a company on the Dre way, which is what I did for years, finding kids, explaining to parents, helping them. How do you know if you get it? How do you know this, etc. And then I wrote a book, Mom, I Want to Be a Star. It's very informational, but it's done in my tongue-in-cheek humor. And it's really good, Amazon.com. But that's secondary. Warner Brothers optioned the book. They thought I was a reality star. I'm like, are you kidding me? Because I'm kind of funny. Anyways, nobody bought it except E was very interested. And they go, we have a new series that's premiering. We think you would be the best companion. Okay. 2 weeks the show aired, they canceled it. I lost my companions.
Well, on the good news, you finally got your dancing in and you got your dancing show. I'm really happy about that. Like, I'm so happy you got your dancing in.
In that room, and again, it's chutzpah. About a year and a half ago, my significant other, a family member, was coming to LA, and I had not met him. An older gentleman, he was on a walker, so we met. Going to take him. He was visiting some of his family, and that was out by the airport. So we picked him up, and we were looking for a place, to have a little brunch. And Noah's Bagels. Thank you very much. So we go in, and we're getting ready to leave, and then all of a sudden, the most gorgeous, tall, young girl walked in, and I gasped. I said, I'm like, I can sell this. Oh my God. I said, we were getting ready to go. So I said again, I got to go talk to her. What do you mean? She was with, looked like a mom and a dad, another girl. They're like, just having brunch here. What are you doing? I go, do you not know who you live with? Seriously.
It's like, I Love Lucy. Wait, I see a star. I got to go say hi. But you're like, I can make her a star. I can make her a star.
I went up to her.
And the bagel line.
I said, I'm sorry for intruding, but you took my breath away. Have you ever had any desires to act? She goes, I said, I'm the executive producer of The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. And she and the other girl she was visiting, and those were her parents. So when I said, well, I'm the executive producer of The Sweet Life and Zack and Cody and Sweet Life on Deck, they both went, my favorite show. So yes, I've done school productions, and I want to be an actress. So okay. We exchanged information. She checked me out with her parents. She's the most beautiful thing, first generation from India. Her mother is gaspingly gorgeous. They live up in Northern California. So I worked with her for about a year, working on scenes and sides and dialogue and working her. And I manage her. So we got to the point where she had the videos I could send out. Within 2 minutes, she got all 3 of the biggest modeling agencies in the world want to sign her. Secondly, another big agency signed her. So That was me and Noah's Bagels. And when she bakes a big, I'm going to call the president of Noah's, it's kind of like Lana Turner, who was discovered in Schwab's, you know, that story.
Yeah.
She's my Lana Turner and Noah's Bagels.
Oh my gosh, eating a bagel. Who knew?
Everything sounds so silly when I think about it. I have to tell you, though, when we were doing Sweet Life, we had a lot of celebrities that came because their daughters were, you know, pining over Dylan and Cole, and then the young boys were loving, you know, Ashley Tisdale and Brenda Song. We won one episode. We had Al Pacino come. Oh my God, that was like ridiculous. And he didn't want to sit in the audience, obviously.
Michael Corleone's here. Hello, everybody.
Oh my God. So he's wandering on the stage. He like there's a Yiddish expression, schlubby, you know, just schlubby. And he was on the phone and he would go out and come back and come in. Then I went up and I had to talk to him because his kids, he had a set of twins from a girlfriend. So I'm talking to him. So then I go back and the show's wrapping up and I'm on the phone. I call my best friend. I went, I'm sitting next to Michael Corleone. Okay, from The Godfather. This is hysterical.
Oh my God.
You know, one episode, Larry David came. That was the funniest. Larry David came, and when we start the show, before we start the taping, we show to the audience what Friday airing of Sweet Life, the show that's going to be on the air that they're missing because they're at the taping of one, you know, 3 months later. So Larry David's in the audience. Larry David wants a newspaper. Oh my God. This was every writer, like, wait, here, if I take this over, I'll take it to him. No, I'll take it to him. No, I'll take it to him. It was so funny.
Oh my gosh.
He had some Matt Damon, he brought his daughter. What a wonderful, I mean, they were all really wonderful. Eminem, hello. It was amazing.
Oh my
What
gosh.
else can I with? Oh, Lord.
Oh my gosh. You had Eminem, Larry David, Al Pacino, all to come to your show to watch The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. But it was really, really cute show. Really adorable, really cute characters. Just you have just such a gift and a knack and a very special talent. Like you just have the gift and you're truly special too. Like your career is just incredible.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny that you say that because there was one episode of Sweet Life, and after the show ends, all the cast comes out on the stage and does curtain calls, and then they go up to where the audience is, and the audience leans over, sign my this, sign my hand, sign whatever. And then I had all these parents that wanted my autograph. Like, what the heck do you want with my autograph? It's the only show I can watch with my children, and I don't want to stick a fork in my eye. That is exactly. We did that on purpose. There is a lot that parents could enjoy. And I mean, I've had people I know that were studio executives, heads of networks, what have you, thanking me because the show doesn't dumb down to 14-year-olds. It's very, very family. Parents can watch it with your kids. And that's, you know, really what was important to me. And that's like what with Fam Jam, it was kids and their families. I mean, you know, somebody said to me, you know, because I don't have kids of my own. And she goes, yes, you do. You have 1.4 million. And I love what I do. And I just sold something that's really, really important. It's something, probably the most important thing I've ever done dramatically. And it's, you know, Marilyn will have to do this again so I can tell everybody when it's on. It was a big bidding thing, and I went after it with a vengeance. And, you know, It's very exciting. It'll be on Amazon, one of those limited series, not a mini series, but that is what they were called. So,
Oh, well,
anyway,
I'm really happy for you.
I don't give up. I'm very tenacious. And I must say, though, I'm on my 5th set of twins in a show. Nickelodeon with script. They paid these kids tons of money. I had another 2 chefs that were 14. I mean, people say to me, what is your thing with twins? I go, when they're young and they're working, there's usually another one. And it's true. Mary Kate and Ashley were playing one character. Dylan and Cole played one character. No one knew they were twins. So
yeah, and then with when they're minors, there's only one can work so many hours. So when one works, then the other one can work. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to. I mean, that really affects the writing because the fun part is when they're both together on the show, but Dylan has so many hours of school to do. We'd have to stagger them, and it had to be kind of factored into the scripts each week so that we could finish. Boy, it's tough, but the second they turn 18, it's fabulous. There's no restrictions, but I've had the guardians grab a kid like this if it's in the middle of a sentence. I respect that. I tell everybody to go to college.
Oh, beautiful.
Dylan Nicole went to college, NYU, graduated with honors. Dylan is on the hottest teen series, Riverdale High. He just did his 2nd movie, and Dylan is now starring in a Netflix series. They went 4 years of college. I'm a really big believer in that. And, Tia and Tamara went to college while we were shooting the last year and a half, but they went to Pepperdine, which is in LA. It can be done. You have to, because you got to be able to be prepared for whatever happens. I say to parents, people say to me, why is it none of the kids you've ever managed or produced, why do none of them get into trouble when their shows are over? I mean, you hear about things, they get mixed up with stuff. And I said, that's easy. I train the parents. And they go, what do you mean? I say the very first thing I say to every family, this will end. It can end in 7 years. It can end in 5 years. It can end in 2 weeks. You get a bad time slot, your kid's done for that episode. And I mean, believe me, I've trained and scared moms and dads because I was co-executive producer of a show, and the talent, the mother was a nightmare, crazy bad. They canceled the show. Why? They couldn't deal with the mother. The kid was young. He was the star. So I say to parents when I'm speaking, don't think you cannot get your kid's show canceled. You can. So you better behave. Make sure it's your kid's dream, not yours, which is my first question when I meet families. When somebody wants me to meet a kid, I have the parent or the mom in as well, because that's who I'm making the deal with. That's who I have to deal with. So, but, you got to be very, very quiet, very quiet. But I have some exciting things going on right now. I have a very hot writer I discovered. She is kicking some serious ass. I mean, exciting, really exciting. So I've got different plates that are spinning.
I love it. I love it.
That's what I do.
I love it. Yeah, you're so incredible, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's coming up for you in the new year. And all our listeners, that they, especially if they have kids and they want to learn about good information on how to get your kid in the movie business, they can check out your book, Mom,
Yeah.
I Want to Be a Star.
Right.
Yeah, that's at Amazon. And I so enjoyed having you on the show, Irene. This has just been incredible.
Wonderful. I mean, it's weird that I sit here and I'm talking about myself, and God, I've been doing this too long. But I'm not done. I have 2 Lifetime Christmas movies. I've already done one. The Jewish Girl is producing Christmas with Betty White. Please.
Are you serious? I love it. That's amazing. You're doing a Christmas movie with Betty White?
My producer and I, we had a green light for a very big Betty White movie on television, Lifetime. COVID.
Oh, yeah.
She hasn't come out of her house for a year.
Oh.
So hopefully, I know, bummer, but as shit happens,
Well, I just hope that that the world can figure out a way to be social or safely social again.
Yeah.
It's just heartbreaking not to be social.
It hits home. I found out yesterday that one of my closest friends, her brother died of COVID. Another friend, her boyfriend of 16 years. I mean, it's terrible. So sad.
And right now, there's so many people that have colds and flus, and but there is good news that people are recovering from their COVID, and so I mean, just because there's so much terrorizing and things that there is some positivity that it's been a year, and if you haven't had it, you might have had it, and you
know something. That's why I am working harder than ever. So the movies that we used to go to the theater, bringing all of that love and escape and joy into something on your television, you will be a movie addict without going to the theater. And I'm working as hard as I can to bring joy and fun and heart. I'm all about that. That's all I care about. I'm not looking to do anything, that's not a positive thing and something parents can watch with their children. I've built my career doing that, and I'm not stopping now. And I will continue as hard as I can to bring joy that families can escape for a half-hour series, a 2-hour movie on their couch with a giant bowl of popcorn.
I'm there eating the popcorn and watching.
And you can pause it and go to the bathroom.
Yeah. And you don't have to worry about anyone's head popping up in the middle of the scene or someone making sound effects. Yeah. And the one thing
I have no desire. I have no desire to go to a movie theater.
Yeah. Or when
if we turn off the light, it's a theater.
It's a movie theater, yeah. And you don't have to worry about that person eating next to you, that yummy hamburger while you're watching the movie, and all you can hear is crunch, 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 and you're like, oh, the hamburger's starting to smell really good.
I go insane with you. And the woman she brings candy from home, the sour balls, and she's unwrapping it, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, and I always have the person that sits in front of me that his head is like I have to lean to the side to see the screen.
All the time. I know I will not miss that. But even during the day, I have blackout drapes in my living room. I can close that. It could be 2:30 in the afternoon, and you're like, wow, we're in the movies. It's great. You can pour yourself a cocktail. You can munch. You can turn your turkey on, turn it off. It's great.
Yeah, but I like it. Yeah. And cocktail time in a movie, sure, why not? I think everyone needs a good stiff drink at this point, or a nice hot toddy,
I want to thank everybody, or who, if anybody, is listening and can give a hoot and a half. But I really do love what I do. And, look, I'm always looking.
Yeah, too bad that everything's closed. Everyone's like, shoot, she likes going to bagel places. Darn it, I wish they would open back up. They're like, Marilyn, can you ask her where else does she
More
scout?
places, trust me, that is for in Noah's Bagels. Hello.
Yeah, so she likes coffee and bagels, people. So I'm not going to tell you where Irene lives, just in case they'll like haunt your local coffee shop. But
Anyway, watch the shows. I think they're, it's a good escape. It's fun. It's funny, and I hope to come back to you again with my next editions of bringing joy, because that's all it is. That's all I strive for with whatever I do. I'm all about that.
yeah,
Safe, happy, happiness, joy. Yep.
yeah.
At this stage of my career, you better believe it. So,
Well, thanks again, Irene, for joining us today. And
Marilyn, thank you a million times, and it was very fun. I talk too much, but then that's what I do.
hey, we're gonna have two parts to this one, so no worries. But an audience, I want to thank our audience for listening, and just wishing everyone just a safe and happy and healthy New Year. And
Absolutely.
yeah, and cheers till next week.
Yeah, for sure. Talk to you soon, sweetie. Bye.
Bye, everyone.